What's up guys, CL Liquid here, back with another video. It's been a while, so today was nice and sunny. I figured it's a good day to put out another short video. And today I'm going to be doing a little overview, not so much of a review, of the Atoto S8 Gen 2 Android head unit that I have installed in my vehicle. I had the Gen 1 S8 10.1 inch before this one, and I had no issues with that one. It worked pretty well for what I needed. Then when the Gen 2 came out, I figured, okay, this one offers wireless Android Auto and wireless CarPlay, in which I have an iPhone and I also have an Android phone, and I switch back and forth depending on my mood. Sometimes I'm in a iOS mood, sometimes I'm in a Android mood, so it's easier to have this wireless connection for both and not have to fiddle with cables, since Apple refuses to switch over to USB-C and you have to carry around a stupid lightning cable. Anyway, let's hop right into it. I don't remember the exact model number of this one, so I'll put it down in the description. Like I said, I had the Gen 1 before. That one was good. I like the adjustability of that one because you could actually move it up and down. And it also like tilted front and back, so it made it easier to like have it sit up a little higher if I wanted to, or where the one's at now is fine. It's not blocking the vents or anything, so I've had no issues with it in my vehicle. Wasn't really interested in that. I did buy the backup camera. It's called the panoramic camera. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me start my vehicle here. Probably gonna have to pull forward, but let's go back to the home screen here. Let me pull around. Basically, it's just a camera. It's one camera, so I don't know how it does it, but it works. You'll see here when I put it in reverse and back up, you'll see the actual video on the right, and then on the other side you'll see this slowly start to fill in as you back up. Let me see if I can back up to, you can see the grass there on the side, and as I get closer to my steps of my house, you can see it there on the side. So basically it shows pretty much anything around you. I don't know how it does it from one camera, but it actually works. I mean, that's something you see on like more expensive vehicles that give you that surround view on your backup camera. And the fact that you could get it for, I think I paid, I want to say $69 for it, somewhere around there. So jumping into it, you have all your usual stuff. This is the default home screen that you'll get when you buy it and plug it in. You know, it's got your phone app, and it's got which gives you your phone's dial pad, and you know, your contacts. There's Bluetooth music as you connect your phone in, your usual stuff. Obviously radio. I don't want to play that because it might play some music that YouTube doesn't like. And then you've got your video files. You can actually put files on internal storage, or you can use a USB that plugs in. And if you want to keep videos for, like, if you're, I don't know, sitting waiting in a line or something forever and you want to pop on a video, but obviously don't watch videos while you're driving. So the usual stuff. They have their own maps here. I'm not going to start that because it might show my location. But you know, the usual stuff that you would get on the Android phone or on here. And what's not on here by default, you can download because it has the Play Store. YouTube works fine. I should mention that this does have Wi-Fi. I'm not connected to Wi-Fi right now. I actually have a data plan that I connected just by a my mind's gone blank, a SIM card from whoever your cell phone provider is. You can get a SIM card, and Obviously it's an extra charge to add it on. It's like, I want to say it was like $10 extra onto my bill to get a unlimited data plan for this. And it's data only, so you can't send text or get calls or anything like that. But I mean, I don't need to make calls from here since my phone's always with me and connected to this, so I just needed the data plan. So that works out good for like if you're driving using the maps or whatever. You don't have to use your phone and run the battery down on the phone. You can just run it directly from the head unit and watch YouTube videos, all that good stuff directly from here. You can search Chrome, you know, all that stuff, and you can obviously use Play Store. So all that stuff works normally. But that's basically it. You go in here and you can see the other apps that you have. The CarLink is what you use to wirelessly connect your Android Auto or CarPlay, and you can hook up auxiliary if you have like DVD players for the kids to watch in the back. You can actually plug those into here. You see it actually has Google Assistant, Bluetooth 2 if you have a second Bluetooth device, like some satellite device extra that you want to plug in. You can use that at the same time as having your regular Bluetooth phone or whatever connected to it. Car BitLink, it kind of mirrors your phone. It's kind of laggy. I tried it, but it's not something that I really use. I mean, obviously I just use the CarLink because I want Android Auto, but if you for some reason want to mirror your phone screen to your head unit, you can using the Car BitLink. You got to download an app to your phone that links them together, but that's totally up to you. Obviously you have all your equalizer settings. There's a front cam that you can plug in. I don't have a front camera on my vehicle, so that's not really something I use. File manager, of course, just like you would have on any other phone. I don't have that set up because I really haven't put any files on it, but this is the default one that comes with it, just like you'd have a file manager on your Android phone. Photo galleries. Yeah, this has gestures. I've actually never used the gestures. They're all turned off, because I mean, I really don't need them. They're like not really useful to me, because it's literally like an arm's reach away to do anything I need to do, so the gestures don't really help any for that as far as I'm concerned. You can have a DVR set up in here, plugged in, just like I mentioned with the DVD player movies for the kids. You can also have an HDR that records. I don't know what you would use that for, but you have that option. I used to use head unit reloaded for when I was plugging in with cable, but since I have wireless now, I don't really use that anymore. I just need to uninstall it. Yeah, I mean, it's just the usual stuff. You can run Pandora, you can run satellite radio if you install the app. So it's pretty much just what you would have on your phone. Anything you can install on your phone, you could pretty much install on here. Just go to the Google Play Store. YouTube Music is what I listen to every now and then. Spotify. So yeah, and then you have your for mine, I had to buy a special adapter to get it to work with my steering wheel controls. But once I bought that adapter, I got it off of eBay. I have a Hyundai. It's a Santa Fe, so there's a special adapter I had to buy to get it to work with my stereo, or not my stereo, but my steering wheel controls, so I can, well, you can't see it in here, but you can see I can control the volume up and down. I can mute. I can switch modes if I have that set up. I don't remember what I have the mode button set to, but all that stuff still works normally. You can switch tracks if you're listening to music front and back. So the usual stuff that it did before, it works with this, which is great. And let's see what else was on here. And then you have your widgets, you know, just like on your phone. Obviously you can add a calendar or, whatever you want to add. I'm sure there's weather or something on here. I don't really use any of the widgets because I'll show you here in a second. I don't really use the default home launcher. There's a weather bug, so you just hold it and then drag it just like you would normally. It'll add it on. Yeah, widget preview, whatever that is, save, and there it is. Okay, and you can press on that widget and it'll take you into the actual app, but that's beside the point. Like I said, I don't really use the default home screen. I use Car Launcher. It's an app you can download. I have the paid version. I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't too expensive, but I like this better because it gives you more options. You can go in here to settings and then Car Launcher and set it as your default home app, so that way when you hit home it'll come back to this always, and you can pretty much just add whatever you want to add on it. Like you can add different apps down through here and scroll through them. These are the basic ones I use day to day, and if you hit add there, it'll let you choose any other apps you have installed and add a shortcut to those on here. And outside of that, the car link, if you click on that, it takes you into Android Auto, and it pretty much looks like what you think it would look like. I mean, these are all the apps that work with Android Auto. I don't use anything outside of the basic stuff, so I don't have too many. There's others you can install that work with Android Auto, but I mainly just use the YouTube Music and Spotify and the maps. Waze. I don't want to show that, but show too many details of location, but you can see it works, and I've had no issues with it. I went on a pretty long trip, like a 13-hour trip, and I used it the whole time and everything worked fine. I mean, the maps worked, and just like it would on my phone. Music never cut out. It's got good connections for satellite and everything that's built into it, so I can't complain about too much. The volume's good. Once you get the EQ set to what you like, the sound's great. So let's jump into, I guess the last thing will be the settings here. Well, actually that's the settings for the car launcher. We want the settings for the actual unit, and that is under settings. Okay, as you can see, it has Wi-Fi. You can set up data. The SIM card, as I mentioned, I have in mine. Have hotspot tethering, and obviously you can see the information for your mobile network. Device itself, you can set display, wallpapers, screensavers, your sound settings, loudness, amplifier settings, all the usual stuff. In general, you can disable the video playback while you're in motion. I don't play any videos, but I have it turned off anyway. Auto start switch, basically you can set it for like say your maps. Whenever you start your car up and the unit powers on, it'll start up the maps app, or you can have it start other stuff, but I think it mostly works for maps. Display on screen time, mirror display of rear camera. So if you have the rear camera set up correctly, you can actually have this where it shows you like a live view of the rear camera. I don't have that. I don't think I have any reason to use that, but it's there if you want it. Also, I mentioned before, if you have a front camera, you can use that, display the front camera when you're reversing. I don't know why you'd want to see the front camera while you're reversing, but hey. The touch gesture switch, like I said, I don't really use the touch gestures, but default media volume, every time you start the car you can set it to a specific volume that you want it to be on. Audio mix between the navigation system and media, so if you're listening to music while navigating, you'll still be able to hear the spoken directions from the maps, from Waze. You can have it auto mute when you're backing up, so if you're listening to loud music and you want to concentrate when you're backing up, it just turns the music down. I don't really have that turned on, but panel illumination, it can change the color of whatever you're to match your car lighting. Like mine's blue, so I have this set to blue as well. And then the steering wheel audio keys, that's where you go in to set up what controls what. Basically you just hold down a specific key and then press whatever you want that key to correspond to on one of the buttons here. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but they all work, and then you just save and exit. Steering wheel position, that's self-explanatory. It's pretty much driving on the left side if you're in the United States. And again, the custom auto start app, you can have choose an app that you want to set. Like I said, I think it's only for maps, but it may be other. Okay, I guess you can do other applications. I've never played around with it because I mean, I don't really have anything auto start other than Android Auto or CarPlay. User accounts, you can set your location, security, all that good stuff. You can reset the system, delete your account off, set your date and time, accessibility stuff, screen lock if you want to do that, to have it lock at a certain time or after a certain amount of time. And then the rest is just device info. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing super wrong that I've found with these units, the Atoto units that I've used. Like I said, I've used the S8 Gen 1 10-inch and the S8 Gen 2 10-inch is this one, and I've had no real issues with them. So this video is mainly just for people who were thinking about buying one. They saw them. I got mine on Amazon, so I'm sure most people probably saw them on Amazon. But if you were looking at them thinking like, do I want to go with this brand I've never really heard of, I've had no issues with them on my vehicle and my setup. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Just put them down in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer. But that's pretty much it. Later.